A smile on your face? No, we don't do that. Bro, can you do this on the menu? No. Can you make this change? No. Now, some Filipinos will flip it. Oh, I love it. I love Filipinos that flip it, that get it, but most don't. I want to get into this because this is some things, very key things that I've learned from being in the Philippines. I want to go over a little bit of my experiences and what I've learned from being in the Philippines for 10 years. And I want to let you know because a lot of you guys need to know these things because some guys will leave, some guys will stay, depending on if you can accept and deal with these next few things here. Let's get into it. Now, before I get into this video, I ask that you guys smash that subscribe button. Also, be sure to like it just to get my video out to the masses and let people know, hey, Jay got a new video, right? Everyone knows the Philippines. It's known for being warm, friendly, but you know, there's some cultural differences, and they can be kind of surprising for newcomers. Communication styles to the customs. Here's where patience will definitely be essential. Now, one thing you have to get used to, you have to adapt to Filipino time. Punctuality in the Philippines is often a lot more flexible than in Western cultures. Now, things like events, meetings, even public transportation sometimes may not start on time or be on time. Now, if you're used to a strict schedule, adjusting to a more relaxed time perception can be frustrating. Instead of stressing, use this as an opportunity to slow down and appreciate the moment. Now, you do have to get used to that. So, now when it comes to transportation, say a bus line may not get running sometimes until an hour later, off schedule. Yes, say if you're an early guy, right, and you go to and you're trying to be somewhere early in the morning, you see the line starts at 8, and make it started at 9. Let you complain about it. That'd be the end, or that'd be the start of the bad vibes you feel for the Philippines, because these things are going to continuously happen. Now, if you're used to a strict schedule, now navigating the indirect communication style. Now, Filipinos, they avoid confrontation and often use non-verbal cues or indirect ways of expressing disagreement. A simple yes may not always mean agreement. It can be a polite way of avoiding conflict. Now, you gotta have patience, and that will help you read between the lines and understand the true intent words, because sometimes you can force a yes out of somebody, even a girlfriend, right? And she may not be keen to it or keen to you, and she's just saying yes to go along and get along. Beware of that. You have to adapt to the family-oriented society. Now, family, no matter if they have family values or not, still, they may not realize it, but it's still a central pillar of how they live their lives, and also all of Filipino culture. Now, decisions are often influenced by extended family members. Now, foreigners may find this level of involvement unusual, but embracing it with patience, it'll help build stronger relationships with the locals. Like my wife, I seen it with her, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, family is together like this. And for certain things in the West, you may not rely on your family. Like, say, if I want to change, I'm trying to think of a good analogy, but say I want to change something that I do, or my food for dinner, right? Say I want to change my diet. It may be a big thing. Like, my wife may speak to 3 of her sisters about, hey guys, I'm starting to eat this. Do you think this is good? She doesn't know why, but she needs the confirmation from her sisters. But it's like that, I guess, because she has 6 sisters. But yeah, they're tight as ever, and usually Filipinos are very tight with their family, and you'll learn to love it, trust me. Now, patience in daily life. Now, you have to think, living in the Philippines, it requires patience. Also, if like you're going to a grocery store, government transactions, bureaucracy, many different things. Now, government offices often have long lines, extensive paperwork, slow processing times. I've experienced that. I made videos on that before. Whether you're applying for a visa, driver's license, opening a bank account, expect delays. Bring a book or a podcast or anything to pass time, because sometimes you go to the bank, the lines are, it'll take you till your number gets called about an hour. I think my wife may have a video one day. When we were in, she doesn't have a video, but she's going to show how the lines can be. And the lines can be long. Or sometimes when you go, not even just the bank, say you go to a public outing, it could be a line to get on a train. And it happens, like usually where you're from, it's not lines, but here, it may be lines for the most smallest things, but you're used to it. Manila, Cebu, and other major cities, notorious for traffic. And what they say in the Philippines, traffic. That's how they say it, traffic. Now, in the Philippines, especially if you're in Manila, I saw it in Cebu too. I wish I would have got a video of it, but it was like around 4 to 6 o'clock. And this was around the time of Sinulog Festival. I was out there. And I couldn't believe it because it was empty the whole time. So it hit like around 6 o'clock, the same time traffic hits Manila, it was traffic in Cebu. But yeah, traffic, you'll find it in Manila, Cebu, other major cities. It's heavy in concession patience. Now, what would be a 20-minute trip in other countries can take over an hour in the Philippines. So also, you have to get used to different transportation like MRT, LRT, jeepneys. Motorbikes can be a very big help. I don't think they do have Grab in Cebu, but I think they have the motorbikes out there. But riding a motorbike, you can jump on a motorbike and they'll zip through traffic in a heartbeat. It's kind of like, I think of it when I order Grab food, things, so get used to that. Or to get your food, and also you can do a motorbike delivery. So you'll notice a lot of things that are in the West, that are not in the West, will be available here. So things will be slower, but then certain things will be faster. Like you'll get deliveries faster. Say when my wife needs to send something to her family, she sends it on a motorbike. They're about an hour away that way. It gets to them in 20 minutes. So some things can be somewhat more convenient, but still, if you don't use that motorbike, it's gonna be like hell. Also getting adjusted to the shopping and dining experience. Like, in the way things are in the West, you get fast service. Now, Filipino establishments have that more laid back approach. Let me tell you what I mean. Because it's one thing that grinds my gears out here. Whenever I go to Sbarro, right, they started making the pizzas, but before, in the past, they would say, you go there, expect them to make you a fresh pie, and you want one. If it's an hour away from closing, no, I can't make you that pie. Headache. But things like that happen. You have to get used to that. In the West, the way things are, no matter what, if it's 5 minutes to closing, they're making you that pizza pie. Get used to that. In the Philippines, they may not do it. They're used to, bahala na, I'm not stressing. It's about to close. I gotta get it cleaned up. I'm not waiting, or I'm not taking an extra half hour after work because you want a pizza. That's how they thinking. They're not thinking customer service. That's just the way it is. You can't help it, you can't change it. So get used to it. Customer service is friendly, but it's not always efficient. Now, in restaurants, also banks and retail stores, you gotta get used to the customer service as well. Now, that'll drive you crazy, because it has to me in the past. Like, imagine when someone can't do what you want, they'll smile on your face. No, we don't do that. Well, can you do this on the menu? No. Can you make this change? No. Now, some Filipinos will flip it. Oh, I love it. I love Filipinos that flip it, that get it, but most don't. They're not gonna make the change for you. Don't fight. Don't be the foreigner fighting with people and making a big scene. Because you know what happened? Say, for instance, you go down to immigration, right? And you fight and make a big scene on that line because you want to have it your way. Something serious will happen. You'll get put on a no-fly zone where you can't fly to the Philippines, or you can't visit the Philippines anymore. You'll be blacklisted. So you don't want to cause that. So doing it in places like immigration office or other places that are more public, or that deal with, or any place that can blacklist you, don't take that chance. Just be careful, be easy, and you realize it. When you become more easy, things run smoother, and also you get less headaches, because so many foreigners have been blacklisted that way. Have an attitude somewhere they shouldn't, they will do it. Social interactions in the Philippines, they'll differ. Now, developing patience there, it will help you. It will help you build strong relationships and also navigate challenges smoothly. Building friendships and trust, you gotta think Filipinos are friendly, but may take time to open up on a deeper level. Now, genuine relationships, they're built over time and through shared experiences and consistent effort. Now, being patient and showing sincerity in the interactions, it'll definitely help you earn trust and build friendships. Now, the natural environment and lifestyle in the Philippines, it requires patience as well, cost of living adjustments. Now, also one thing that you have to get used to, coping with the tropical climate. Now, the Philippines is hot and humid year round. I don't realize it because I'm used to it. I've been living out here for 10 years. But I knew when my cousin came on this side, and we weren't in the Philippines. We were in Thailand, and it was over the Filipino summer. But it was Filipino and also Thailand summer. And it gets hot. Like around this time of year, right now, what is it, February? Yes, it gets very hot. I went to Divisoria the other day, and I'm walking through there, and I'm like, what did I say to you, Kay? I said, babe, it's summer. You felt the way that sun rays were hitting me, and I'm like, it's summertime. And you know what? When I came out here, when did we get married? In March, in the summertime. Yes, it was in March. What I said, you don't remember?
I was joking.
You don't remember?
We
Yeah,
got
but
married February
yeah.
16th.
No, we got married in May 16th.
March!
In March. I'm gonna say March.
March 20th.
See, you messing me up. March 20th. But yeah, Kay's throwing me off. We got married in March, and yeah, we got married. What was that? 9 years ago.
2016.
2016, 9 years ago. So yeah, we're gonna have an anniversary soon. So yeah, that shows how long I've been here, and I was here a year before that. But I love the experience. I do. But yeah, when I first came, I came and it was pushing towards summer. It was in November, but when I got married, felt the same as it did the other day. It was hot out and I loved it. I came to the Philippines, my biggest reason for coming, I was coming from the East Coast, so I like the hot summers in the East Coast, right? But you get cold, super cold winters. I was living in upstate New York and I had 20 below weather. My wife can tell you. Freezing. You gotta wear, I saw a video, I reacted to it today, where a girl took off 7 layers of clothing. And I'm sitting there thinking, I feel your pain, because I understand. But how it was so cold that if you didn't have on the right layers, or like sometimes I would wear one pair of socks, yes. Like in India, I wore one pair of socks in upstate New York, and I'd be freezing. So when I came to the Philippines and it was burning hot, I loved it. But some people can't deal with it. But still, it's like that all year round. Not as hot as it is in the summer. You gotta experience a Filipino summer to know what I'm talking about. But it gets hot here. So be prepared for that. Always hot and humid. And also to the foreigner, you may feel like it's hot and humid all the time. So I say if you can't deal with it, be that guy, like most foreigners, that comes out at night. I saw in Cebu, I was over by Supermercado, right? And it seems like all the foreigners over there in the area of Cebu come out at night only and go to the Supermercado. And I was out there, I lived the lifestyle for a while. The Supermercado lifestyle, we used to go out, go to Supermercado, go home. I lived like that and I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed the small things. I enjoyed the food. I enjoyed the cheap prices on the food there. It was great, I had a great time. But yeah, that's the thing. You have to enjoy the small things. You'll learn to do that over time. You have to understand, not all areas have reliable internet or clean water supply, especially if you're in the province. Now, power outages and water shortages, it can definitely happen. And it requires patience and preparedness. Like when I was living in the province, it was the worst. If you go to Cebu or if you go to Manila, you don't have to worry about that. But if you're living in the province, like I was living in Calapan, and we had a stint where the power outages were happening almost every day, and it drove me nuts. Now, I should have had preparedness helps out with that. Like having a generator, I didn't have one. Having certain things, I didn't have it. But I came back to Manila. It made more sense for me to be here because my wife vlogs as well. Like we were living in Calapan. We came actually to Changi at least 10 times. We were back and forth to Manila every now and then, also to visit her family. So we found ourselves staying in Manila a lot. A lot of times we would go by BGC area. We would stay close to there. From there, she would travel to Changi. And yes, we were in and out, back and forth, all through Manila. But yeah, that's why we moved back. But still, you definitely want to make sure you're ready and prepared for it if you live in the province. A lot of you guys, I see it all the time. A lot of you guys comment, I can't wait to go out there and stay with my Filipina from the province. She's so submissive. She's so caring. She's so loving. But she has power outages. Prepare for that. If you dating a Filipina from the province, you probably already understand and know that that's the case, because as you're talking to her before you come here, power outages happen all the time. But still, prepare for it. Be prepared for it by maybe getting a generator or putting a price on a generator. You have it in your mind before you come. Buy it when you get here. That way you're set. But still, even then, a power outage may happen for a day, 2 days. It can happen in certain provinces. They're not ready for it. So you may find yourself generator working, then it's not working. But if you're not like me, if you don't need to do vlogs, you should be fine. But be ready. Being adaptable, it'll definitely reduce stress and help you integrate into Filipino society more easily. Now, the Philippines, it has beautiful landscapes, friendly people, low cost of living, and reminding yourself of these positives, it will make the frustrating things more manageable. Because you have to think, when you're over here, it's not the cheapest place in Southeast Asia to be, but still, it's a lot cheaper than where you're from. So, if you practice mindfulness and gratitude, those daily frustrations won't be as overwhelming. And when you learn to stay mindful and grateful, it will help you keep a positive perspective on things and appreciate it. Now, the things to appreciate is that breathtaking sunset that you'll get out here, to the strangers, and focusing on the good. It can definitely make all the difference. I can't tell you anymore. You'll see it when you get here. And I say this, adapting to life in the Philippines, it definitely requires patience, embracing a flexible mindset, and practicing gratitude, and finding humor in the challenges, because you will find humor in it. You can definitely navigate your transition smoothly and fully appreciate the beauty of Filipino life. Now, whether you're staying for a few months or planning to make the Philippines your permanent home, the patience will be your greatest tool in making the most of this incredible experience. And I say, I've been living out here for 10 years, and I'm married a Filipina. That's where I'm staying, and it's the best decision I ever made in my life. And I would suggest, if anybody looking to make the same decision, I think it would be a great idea. Just develop that patience, because you're gonna need it. Today, I'm gonna meet Tony Anderson. I've been meeting his brother for at least 5 years or 4 years, since he's been coming to the Philippines before I came to the Philippines. He has a Filipino wife, ex-wife, but still he comes out here and visits her Filipino family. He comes around New Year, so I'm gonna check out Tony today. Let's get right into that. Back over here at Mega Mall. This is the mall where we live at, but not really. We just home vlogging all the time. So today, right now, we're about to meet Tony the Tiger.
Our number one subscriber.
Yes.
Who subscribed to me.
Shout out to Tony.
Shout out to Tony. Always commented to my video.
So we're actually on time. What time is it? Like around 5:05. Size. I don't know. That's wild. It's a gold digger.
This time in the Philippines. This is different time of the year, right? January.
Yeah, the vacation's been pretty good, especially since we have our own transportation now. We currently have an 18-seater Nissan premium van, and that van's, once our vacation's over with, it's going to be used for business purposes. So to take people on pick-up airport, or drop-off services, if they want to go to Baguio, or they want to go to If they want to go to Olongapo, Pampanga, stuff like that, Angeles City, you know, if they want to do a day trip, if they want to do 2 days, 2 nights, again, my nephew, he's a driver, and his wife, she's co-owner and booking manager for it. So
Come on, him right here?
yeah.
His nephew here.
Yeah, hello.
And here's the wife.
They're just here.
So they're the booking manager, and so you can go to Facebook, look up A&J Transportation Services, and it will show all the different services we offer. So it's not just tourism; it could be for government services. They may want to use it for upcoming elections or something. You know, just whatever. You know, hand out certain things. So, so we're looking to build upon that. Actuality, someone wanted to book services while I was here, so I just told my niece, just tell them they're gonna have to, you know, wait until after the 13th, and then then we'll go back on. But it's been great, you know, just having your own vehicle to go around and not paying for that, because the previous times I was paying $4,000, $3,000, and that's just for a day trip, you know. And you know, we've been multiple places. Like even last year we came to Mega Mall, we had to pay someone to take us here, you know. So
And also, like, you guys, since this is a tour, like 12 hours, 10 hours, right? Which is good, because you can use the whole car. I will just say hi to the ano daw, hello.
Hi, can you like my page, A&J Transportation Services? Then, kung kailangan nyo ng mga services, yan, na, pwede yung van good for 18 seaters. Yeah.
And the sister.
You can make it 28 seater.
Oh.
You can sit the line.
That's a bus.
That's illegal.
Legal ba dito yan?
Kasi, because the insurance is only 18 seats. So you guys, where you gonna go next? Where you plan to visit after this?
Baguio, Dagupan.
Mm.
Dagupan City, Pangasinan. My sister house.
So I see you
My
guys,
baby sister house.
You're traveling more this trip, right? I see like you guys outside every day, like in this trip.
We don't have to rent the van. We have our own van now. You know, so we can go a lot of places. We wanna go to Olongapo City too.
So for the van you were renting before, how much were you paying for that?
Yeah.
we were paying, like I said, for services like $4,000,
But
$3,000.
how many seaters though? Because right now,
Probably about
12 seaters.
12 seaters. So you paying $4,000 a day?
Yeah.
Sometimes
So you
5
traveling
plus the
that
tip.
said, if I buy my own,
yes.
Yeah,
And then after
I can
that,
make
if
money
they're not,
with it,
if they're not
yeah.
here, they can, you know, it's still a business.
yeah.
They just use it
Plastic
when
pa
they're
yun,
here.
ah.
That's good, yeah.
Plastic pa yun.
So the thing about it, we know we have a storage parking place for it and everything. So anytime, like I said, they get a call, someone say, hey, we want to rent the van. Okay, you know, they fill out the questionnaire or information that's on the Facebook page and say, and they'll contact Abby, and she'll work with them and tell them, okay, here's a price list for what you want to do. You want 2 days, you know, 1 day, 1 night.
Or day tour, right?
Yeah,
Day
day tour.
Okay, thank you guys. Say hello, bye-bye.
Hello, bye-bye.
If you like my content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you like my content, go to my Buy Me a Coffee at buymeacoffee.com/JTBF. And there you can buy me a coffee, or you can book a consultation with me. I have consultations for a very small fee. Now at the bottom of this video, you'll see thanks there. You can give a thanks and make sure your comment is highlighted, and you can give a small donation that way as well. Guys, in the description, you'll see other videos of my other content that's great as well. So you can be sure to watch my other content there. Thank you for watching. See you next video.